Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you saw my pregnancy recap video when I was 17 weeks pregnant, I kind of mentioned that I wanted to share some of the pregnancy and like birth related books and even like some baby books that I've kind of started reading or ones that I've read through all the way and just share. What was that? Oh my gosh, sorry about that. There's like the bug guy outside and he's freaking my dogs out, so they lost it for a second. So anyways, I think what I was saying was I'm just gonna share with you some of the books I've read or I'm still kind of reading through and just tell you the ones I'm liking and stuff, just as some recommendations. So anyways, if this is something that you want to see, then just keep watching. If you hear my dog barking in the background, I will apologize in advance because once she sees something she doesn't like, she just continues to alert us that there's something out there. Anyway, so I'm going to start with the most basic and classic of them all, What to Expect When You're Expecting. I do find it helpful. Let's see. Yeah, so every month, like each chapter, I guess, it says like the 5th month there, and then it'll say approximately 18 to 22 weeks, and then throughout the pages it'll have these little paragraphs throughout that say a little like highlight of what's going to happen each week. So for instance, I'm 20 weeks pregnant now, and it says you've got a baby the size of a sweet potato in your belly this week, about 10 ounces, 6.5 inches. The ultrasound this month should be able to detect if you want to know whether you're having a boy or a girl. Yeah, so it just says like, if it was just talking about like how your body will change or like what's happening with each baby, if it's a boy or a girl. Yeah, just like interesting things like that. Just everything to expect, while you're expecting: dizziness, anemia, back aches, round ligament pain, foot growth, fast growing hair and nails, all of that stuff, vision. Yeah, like this one is really affecting me right now. I have definitely noticed my eyesight has gotten a lot worse, and I knew it was pregnancy related, so it's just like it's kind of just stuff in this book that's nice to reference, so you don't always have to like call your doctor or your midwife or Google things like in a panic thinking something's wrong with you. It's just kind of nice to know like these things are very common to expect. So yeah, I really do like this book. It's been around. This is the 5th edition, over 20 million copies sold. So anyways, I really do like this one. The next one I haven't gone through it as much as I've gone through the What to Expect When You're Expecting book, because I feel like this one is doing, the What to Expect is doing a really good job at everything. But this one I got from my doctor's office, which was really nice. So it's a general or a similar breakdown, but it's just called Your Pregnancy and Childbirth Month to Month, and this is the 7th edition. So they gave it to me at my very first appointment, which was really nice. Let's see, I should go through this one more because let me go to like the beginning of the book. So the first few chapters are basically in line. Like chapter 10 is 9 months pregnant. Chapter 11 is 10 months pregnant. all that stuff. And then it goes into like prepping for labor and delivery, postpartum, all that kind of stuff. So I really should. Health during pregnancy. What else is in here? Yeah, special considerations or medical problems that might come up, complications during childbirth, anything like that. And I'm almost certain this has a similar, yeah, the What to Expect When You're Expecting book has a similar outline as this book. I'll probably still kind of look through this one, but I do like this one. One thing about this one though is at least the photos are in color. Let me try to find them. Well, not all of them. I just lied. Just kidding. They're basically the same, I would say. But either way, it's another nice reference book. And I would say if your doctor gives you a book like this, you probably wouldn't need to buy the What to Expect When You're Expecting book. But if you have them both, they're both going to be helpful resources. Anyways, what one do I want to go to next? I guess it doesn't really matter. The next, I have 4 other books, and they're a little bit different in, like the first 2 were very focused on like your pregnancy, and these ones are, and the other ones I have are a little bit different. It's hard to categorize them, so I'm just going to share this first one. So many people, whether in person or online, definitely recommend this book. I'm only a little bit into it. I'm only like 89 pages into it, but it's Ina May's Guide to Childbirth, and it's really, really awesome because there can be so much fear around childbirth, and I think that's because we in America immediately think we have to go to our doctor and that we have to get checked up all the time and something is wrong when it, like, so you make it more of like a medical condition and not just like a natural process that it is. And so the nice thing about this book is it's full. The first few, let me get to where it changes. Finally. So I'm here in the book. I have this much more to read. And then it goes into more, I guess, details on, sorry, I messed up my camera. Like, this first chapter is Powerful Mind and Body Connection. Chapter 2 is What Happens in Labor. 3 is Pain and Pleasure Riddle. So yeah, the first half of the book is talking about positive birth experiences, and or it's kind of a combination of someone who had a more traumatic birth experience in a hospital setting, and then they go to Ina May's like birthing center. They call it the farm. It's actually here in Tennessee, but it's like 2 hours away from where we're at. Anyway, so you have these really empowering natural birth stories, and then it kind of goes into like what's actually going on with your body and stuff, as far as I understand, and like other natural ways to help with labor and birth. So it's really good if you are. I'm not scared of labor or birth or anything like that, but it's just nice to be reassured that like God didn't design your body to like not know what to do by itself. You can have a baby. You don't need people. Like, I mean, I always go back to like hundreds of years ago when you had your babies at home. And yeah, it's nice to have the medical help when you need it, but there are so many, like the United States of America is the worst place to have a baby. in a hospital because they intervene so much that they make it more traumatic on your body and on your mind, so that it's harder for you to actually labor and birth naturally. So resources like this book are really good to, as just like a reminder, like you can do it by yourself. You do not need people. If you have a healthy pregnancy, nothing's wrong with you or the baby, there's no need to have all this medical attention on you. So yeah, this one's really, really good. Again, I kind of just read a few of them each night, a few of the birth stories, so I'm not too far into it yet, but I definitely am going to be focusing on this one as I kind of progress in my pregnancy and stuff. But anyways, yeah, that one's really good. The one I'm basically done with this one. And I do like it. It's just something that, so it's called Baby Wise, and it's the infant sleep book. And so many people say like this is the best way to basically get your babies on a sleep schedule and a routine for sleeping, eating, being awake, and then sleeping again, and just having this cycle so that they kind of have a schedule of their own. So I can't say I liked the book, but I can't say it's helpful yet because I'm obviously still pregnant. But I do plan to take the information I learned in this book. I want to refresh myself of it, and then just kind of have this as a guide when we do have the baby, just to reference regularly. It is a really helpful, let me try to pull up. It's really helpful because they give you kind of like general charts, or yeah, here we go. Like a breakdown. So this is like if your baby is 1 to 2 weeks old, and they kind of just have all this, like that's a time slot, that's a time slot, a time slot of just these different 3-hour windows, 2.5 hour windows on like the sleep, eat, and wake schedule. So that one's really good. I hope I can implement the things I've learned in that easily. It seems like it, I mean, they make it sound so simple, but I know in actuality it's probably going to be a little more challenging than they make it seem. But in general, I do like it. And the next book, I've actually been reading this book since before we even got pregnant, and I'm not even through it all the way because it really is quite in depth. So it's kind of a lot of information, but I actually bought it because I wanted it for doula things. It was one of the books that was recommended for doula certification, and it's called The Birth Partner. And it's really helpful. I actually brought it with me when I went back home for my sister's, when she had her baby, because there's a lot of great information in it. I'm trying to find, yeah, there's this whole section. They broke it down really awesome because there's either white pages or orange pages that you can kind of see. And so the orange pages are like quick references if you're just kind of needing to find something right away. So like this whole section are like labor positions, and so it was nice because I could, when I was with Darby, my sister, and her husband, I could just show Leo different positions that I thought would be helpful and all that. So yeah, this one's just a really great reference book. It's helpful for like a woman to know, as well as her husband or whoever is going to be in the room with her, just to know how to help. and not necessarily need like doctors coming in and telling you what to do. So yeah, I definitely recommend this one. Again, you can see I'm only about halfway through it, but it's so good. I need to keep reading it, but like I said, it's just so much information like that you're getting at one time. It can be a little overwhelming. So I kind of personally like to read just so I'm not like overwhelming my brain and not retaining everything. I want to read a little bit of something at a time. So yeah, that one's a really helpful one. And the last one I have is called Holistic Hypnobirthing. I got this one before we got pregnant too, because I just wanted to see, just kind of see what it was all about. I generally understand the process, or the, I guess the practice of hypnobirthing. I don't necessarily, I think the book is nice, but it's hard to do it, some of these practices by yourself, because, so like this one is Release Fears. It's a partner exercise, and a lot of them are, well, not all of them, but some of them are you need your partner to do them with you. And not that Blake wouldn't do it with me, but like he'd have to read this stuff to me, and I just think I wouldn't be able to. I want like an I want to just listen to something of someone's voice that I don't know, I guess, if that makes sense. So this one is like, inhale slowly, then exhale completely, releasing tension from your shoulders with each exhalation. Repeat 3 times. Imagine you are walking leisurely along a beautiful path. As I count down from 10 to 1, you will feel more relaxed. So then Blake would have to count from 10 to 1. And I honestly just think we would probably laugh too much to find it beneficial, as far as the partner ones go. But there are, like this one's a mindset exercise. There's a focus, I guess, exercise. So there are some good things in here, but I don't like it as much as I thought I would. Yeah, but if you are someone who could have like your husband or a friend or whatever read it to you, and you wouldn't be distracted by them telling you it, it could be helpful. But there is a resource I follow online on Instagram, and it's called Christian Hypnobirthing. I need to download the app. I don't know anything about it yet, but a lot of people will listen to that while they're in labor, and I think that's a better form of hypnobirthing, because from what I understand, she has a very soothing voice, and so you can really just focus on what she's saying, and she's just telling you like how to relax and breathing and all that kind of stuff. So I think that would be a little bit more my style, but yeah, this one is good if you're more comfortable with that. There are other things in here though, like this one is aromatherapy information, boosting and returning, or boost your returning energy, and there's just some essential oil type things. They're back here somewhere. It said easing digestive symptoms. So yeah, just stuff like that. There's a lot of other helpful information, easing morning sickness, stuff like that. So there is helpful information here. Yeah, these are the books I've gone through and what I like and don't like about them. But in general, they have been very helpful and informative, and I do recommend most of them. Again, like the Baby Wise book, I can't say at this moment if the information I learned in it is going to help me, because we don't have a baby. But I can like this book, I've obviously not had my baby yet, but it's already helping me be more confident in myself with labor and delivery, and all of that stuff. So, and like the birth partner, this is just a great resource that I will have in our in my bag when we go to the hospital, just so if I have if I have the mental capacity to, like, say, help me change positions when I'm talking to Blake, we can kind of have that book out and know what I think might kind of help me a little bit. So anyways, if you liked this video, please like. If you've read any of these books and you liked, if you liked them, or if you have any other book ideas that you would recommend, please comment them below. I really enjoy reading and learning different information, so I'm on board to any recommendations that you guys might have. But yeah, if you liked this video, please like, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!